What is your top three? I just want to, just real quick.
So Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. Um, honestly, Spider-Man 1, and this. I think that's an easy top three for me.
I think that's the only answer anybody could have, and if they have a different answer, I think they're just wrong.
Lupo Cinema Symposium. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Lupo Cinema Symposium, the greatest movie podcast anywhere on the internet or in real life. I'm joined, as always, by my two co-hostess with the mostesses, Robbie and Christian. Guys, how's it going?
Jesus, Parker, you are a freak.
Rosie, I love this boy.
Beautiful. And we have another special guest today because, you know, a big modern blockbuster movie. We got to bring in a friend, special friend of another Real Pod Network podcast, the co-host of The Yap and my lover, Abner. How's it going?
Stop telling people that.
Why won't you accept my
It's
love?
A secret. It's a secret.
It's not a secret.
Anywho, we are. Yeah, okay, buddy. Save it for the Yap. Anyway, we're
Here's
here.
a headline for you. Food poisoning scare at Sweep City.
Is that from Spider-Man?
It's from a Spider-Man.
Speaking of, we're here to discuss the newest Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Normally, when we cover cover movies for the podcast, they're usually something that has already came out or is 30 years old. So, you know, spoilers are kind of part of the product. But for this one, we decided the first little bit here is going to be just a kind of general glance over of our thoughts about the movie. And then we will get into spoilers and actually talk about the content of the film. So anybody can take it. Who wants to give their general vibes of the movie?
I'll start. I guess I can say, like, I love Spider-Man like a whole lot of people. I am a little bit of a comic book nerd. I wouldn't call myself like a comic book expert or anything. Walking into this, I had pretty high hopes. But honestly, I think this kind of surpassed what I thought it was going to be by a little bit, and I thought it was very pleasant. Is that the kind of thing you're looking for?
Absolutely.
All right, I had a great time with this movie. I felt like I was 6 years old for some of it, honestly.
I was laughing at Abner's fucking controller having a seizure. that threw me off.
It wasn't my controller. It was my dog.
Okay. I also really enjoyed it. I had a similar feeling to you, Christian. Like, it reminded me of like being a kid, and like specifically, it reminded me of like my feeling playing Ultimate Spider-Man on the PlayStation. Like, something about that game that had something in, like, this movie has something that game had, where it feels like a fleshed out world. It feels like they're really utilizing, like, it feels like a colorful world. Like, he really is part of like a larger universe. Like, I think the inclusion of a lot of different characters and just how they tell the story really works to, I mean, it feels unique in that way. Like, there's even the Home trilogy, which is the Watch trilogy, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
They don't even like reach this level of like utilizing all that stuff. So
no, and I think the thing about this movie is specifically for, like, you know, people our age or like adults enjoying the Spider-Man movies. I think this movie has something that just captures the heart of what Spider-Man is, and whatever your favorite Spider-Man media is, this is probably going to be reminiscent of that for you.
Yeah, I agree. I think it captures the spirit of the character in a really, really special way. I think this. I do think this is.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think this is an amazing movie. I don't know if it's the best Spider-Man movie, but I would definitely put it up there. It's without a doubt top 3.
Easily in the top
for me.
Yeah.
not including the animated ones. I feel like they're a different thing.
Peter Parker movie.
Yeah, but even just like animation, like I think it brings something different. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's for another day.
What is your top 3? I just want to real quick.
Okay. So are we not including the animated ones?
No, whatever.
In this case, no. Let's go live action.
Yeah.
Live action.
So Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Spider-Man 1 and this. I think that's an easy top 3 for me.
I think that's the only answer anybody could have, and if they have a different answer, I think they're just wrong. To be honest.
This is not a groundbreaking list, but that is my list.
Yeah, I do like some of the other movies, but I think like there is a level of significant quality jump with these 3 movies that is apparent.
I didn't think going into this that this was going to top Far From Home, because I do enjoy Far From Home, but like this blows it out of the fucking water. In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah. How about you guys? How about you, Abner?
I thought it was a great movie. It reminded me, like, I used to read Spider-Man comics. So it reminded me of like the Peter Parker that's struggling, and like, he's choosing to be Spider-Man over being himself or being a hero because it's the right thing to do. And I felt like the last 3 movies didn't show that really that much because he had like all the technology backing and the Avengers, but in this one he's kind of on his own for the most part, or he likes to be because he's lost people in the last movies.
He's dealing with small potato stuff.
Yeah.
True.
So like I thought it was a great portrayal of like the hard choice he had to make and him living with it. And yeah, I thought I low key might have this as number 2.
What's your top 3? What's your top 3?
It's literally Spider-Man 2, this one, and Spider-Man 1.
Okay,
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that ranking. Spider-Man 1 is very special to me, but I just think, like, if you're looking at it, for me, if I'm looking at it like face value, obviously this is still pretty new. I just think this is quality-wise just such a great movie. Yeah.
See, you can't do this to me.
I kind of disagree.
You know how much I sacrifice?
I think the movie's pretty mid, if I'm being honest.
Shut the fuck up.
I believe him. I believe he believes it.
I don't know if he's being honest.
No, I'm not.
He's not.
I'm clip farming, as the kids say. No, I liked the movie. It was good. It was fun. But I will say my top 3, it's got to be the trilogy, the Sam Raimi trilogy. There's just something, maybe I'm just blinded by nostalgia, but I think that's peak, man. I also just watched them again on Netflix.
3 sucks.
He does that's the one where he does like the clap, right? And he says, dude, that's awesome.
It's a genuine.
That's so awesome, dude. He's
this pod is not about that. Anyway. Listen, I enjoy it.
Your letterbox picture is literally from Spider-Man.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I enjoy a bad movie. I enjoy it, but you're being silly, right?
No, yeah, I'm not going to change my top 3, but yeah, I do like the movie.
I think nostalgia and like you said, like being a little bit blinded, like nostalgia is not an invalid reason for liking a fucking movie.
Listen, man, I love Rocky and Bullwinkle, the movie, and I'll stand by that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, now that we've given the people that haven't seen the movie a general taste and a gist of our thoughts, you just want to pop the seal and start talking about some spoilers.
You gave a spoiler warning in the beginning, so it's kind of,
All right, well, so my first thought about it. My first spoiler is that I think I wanted to see Jean Grey. I don't know. Like, I wanted to see some sort of repercussions for fucking with Spider-Man, and she just kind of never gets that. She just gets like the, oh, I'm a broken, confused soul.
Are you a fucking idiot?
Yeah, I think you might be dumb.
Like, she's gonna fuck with Spider-Man like that, and like, I just wanted to see her get punched like once.
She got fucking locked up.
And yeah.
experimented on. Like,
For,
what
like,
do you
Spider-Man
for-
caught her.
She
Two
got
seconds.
shot at.
For like for like 10 minutes.
What do
She
you
got
mean
shot
fucking with
at, man.
Spider-Man? Like, what do you
We
mean
need
by
to.
like?
What do you mean?
What
What
do
do
you-
I mean?
Like everything you just talked about already got explained in the movie in the climax.
Yo, Jimmy, if you want, there are repercussions that Spider-Man just invented Sentinel technology.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
suppress- The X-Men are not gonna like him very much. No mutant is.
Oh, dude, I kind of forgot that whole like. There's a lot of implications there. Are they setting up
I was thinking
for?
of the whole movie.
Are they setting up for X-Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
God,
No.
dude.
No.
What? No, but
it's
like-
it's like you watch the
No.
movie with like one eye, with your eyes closed.
But, like,
he was
why-
your mind closed.
Why now?
Because they got the rights, man. Listen,
Yeah. Okay.
you live under a rock, but I
They
don't
need
know.
new
Listen, we all
characters.
watched-
They can't keep rehashing the same ones They need to make more money.
Abner was sitting next to me when we were watching the movie, and he kept touching me. So I was my concentration.
I was.
My concentration
I
kept
was.
breaking.
I was,
So,
but not in a
we'll
weird
say-
way.
Robbie, you've read some X-Men, Robbie, like comics.
Yeah.
Metzger. Do you remember Metzger from any of the X-Men comics? The guy who's the head of damage control.
Damage control, not
Yeah.
specifically, really.
He is sort of like a Senator Kelly.
Yeah.
In some comics. So like this was kind of like it took me like an hour into the movie to place his name. But I was like, "Oh my god, I've read his name somewhere in some X-Men and I know like I'll have to look it up, but I vaguely know he has like some anti-mutant sentiment about him in the comics."
Yeah,
You know-
and I go ahead.
I always find it funny in like Marvel where like they're okay with like other superheroes, but if they found out you're a mutant, it's like, yo, get the hell out of here.
Put your hands off me, you filthy mutie.
Yeah, I just always found that funny.
I mean,
Like,
it's not when you look at the analogy in like a broader scope, like it doesn't quite work, but like it doesn't work as well, but like the X-Men are pretty self-contained most of the time.
Yeah,
I like.
and they're better that way.
I like it when they're in their own universe where there's no other heroes, so it makes more sense that way. But if you're if everyone's in a universe, it's like you guys love
kinda- yeah,
Spider-Man, but
It's funny, like the way they like X-Men writers write Captain America too, as like an anti-mutant asshole.
yeah,
And then
exactly.
like,
It's
no
like, okay.
other comic does he give any like sort of personality trait even like remotely close to that.
Yeah, that's I just find it so funny. That's it makes me laugh every time I think about it. It's like,
But like I've
oh,
always this reminded me a little bit like we were saying reminiscent of like childhood media and stuff like that. The there's that, and I kind of thought this would feed into Brand New Day a little bit more, not directly or anything, but like the 90s animated series, Spider-Man the animated series, has an episode where Peter's spider DNA is taking over. I think it's a series of episodes, but I think most of the show is like
Yeah.
told in like 6-part sagas or whatever, but where his Spider-Man DNA is like he's growing like different arms and stuff like that, and he goes to the X-Men mansion to see if like they can help him with his like ongoing mutation, and they tell him like no, basically fuck off. Like this is a beautiful gift. Like even though Spider-Man is not a mutant technically, he's a mutate, right? Like he was not born with this mutation; it was given to him via like other means. But I was like, oh, maybe that'll fill in somehow into Brand New Day, which it didn't. But there is that dialogue between mutants and him mutating a little bit. So
I actually do remember what you're talking about because I did watch that, and thinking about it now, when I was a kid and I watched that, I was like, why are they being mean to Spider-Man? He just wants help.
they're like no, yeah, because I think they caught him sneaking around the mansion or something. I don't know. And then he's mean to them too.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever.
He was a
takes
dick
off-
in that show.
I
to
could
be
save
honest.
the world a million
whatever.
times over, and the second I
Yeah,
need help, no one can help me.
It's a great show, but he is a little
Low-key,
bit.
I'd say that. I would say that. I would be like exactly like that. Oh,
It's a
God,
great show,
hey,
but low-key, he is a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, that characterization of him is definitely like the most dickish. at least in the shows, I would say.
Doesn't change the fact that I love that fucking show though.
Oh yeah, I do too. It's great.
Mark
Do you
Hamill
guys
is the Hobgoblin.
What were you
do
saying,
you
Abner?
guys do you guys think Tom Holland was just born to play Peter Parker?
I enjoy him as Spider-Man.
I
I,
didn't mind him ever, but I didn't think he was ever as good as he was in this movie. This is definitely his best performance.
Yeah. And do you think
And
the
I think he.
characterization of Peter Parker helped with that?
What's
Like,
that?
what'd you say?
do you think the
Say that again?
characterization in this movie of Peter Parker helped with that? Like,
Yeah,
a little
but I
bit more
also think.
grassroots.
Yeah, he had more to do with the like production of this and everything. But also, I think they shot this after he did the Odyssey. So I
Yes.
think he keeps talking about how that changed his outlook on stuff. So maybe that had something to do with it because he is genuinely like amazing in this movie.
Yeah, he's a
He's
great.
better
I
in this
mean,
than he is in the Odyssey.
Yeah,
yeah, he was really good. I also think in the last movies he just had too many like huge stars. You know what I mean? In the movie with him that can outshine him.
I disagree. I always hear that criticism, and I don't really agree with it at all.
No, neither do
Because
I.
in this movie, you have the Hulk, you have Florence Pugh, you have the
Nah.
Punisher, you have Zendaya, you have Sadie Sink, who's in Stranger Things. I mean, she's pretty popular. Um,
I don't know who
in the
that
other
was.
movies, I mean, you had Doctor Strange, you had the Spider Mans. In the second movie, you had Jake Gyllenhaal, and in the first movie, you had Tony Stark and Michael Keaton. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's just like he has more going on with his character, and I think I just think it's a more compelling movie. Now I do like those other movies a lot as well, and like I think they're good for what they are, but it's a different thing. Like this is like very much this feels like a true, like we said in the beginning, the arc here feels true to the spirit of the character. Like it feels like he's evolving, um, and the end is like really. I found it really like powerful. It's really like resonant because like it's like the culmination of like these things that like of what Spider-Man represents as a character, like actually impacting somebody else, like in a positive way. It's not just, let me beat up the bad guy and save the
Yeah.
day. It's more than that, and I think that's why it's really good. The structure of the movie is like is very interesting compared to a lot of the other Marvel movies. It does seem like it's in some ways it is like I mean it's very reminiscent to how Thunderbolts ended, to me.
Yeah. I
And I
see
think
that.
that's a good thing. But it is interesting. Like it's almost like there's a thematic through line with the past few movies, where they almost don't want to do the standard "let's beat up the bad guy" type thing. And I do think it works in this case. Um, but what did you guys think about like in general? Like first off, obviously the Jean Grey thing was like supposed to be like kind of a surprise, but a lot of people suspected. So one overall, what did you think of how the character was like portrayed? I don't know how familiar you guys are with like Jean Grey, specifically Jim. But then second, was there any point where like you didn't know who that was going to be?
um, I'll answer it first. I'm not really. X-Men is one of the comic book verses, and I'm not too familiarized in. Like I know to an extent. Like if you asked me, I would have said that, and like she's in Marvel Rivals, so something to do with fire. And I think her whole thing is that she like
Oh my
explodes.
god!
Isn't in X Men she like explodes
I'm
and like
sorry, I shouldn't laugh
is
because
gonna like set
yeah, I
fire to
mean
the
you just
world or
don't know.
whatever? That was like the only
Yeah,
thing that I know
well,
about her.
Yeah,
yeah,
we can elaborate on that, I guess. So like famously, Jean Grey, one of the original members of the X-Men, her alias at the time, Marvel Girl. In the Stan Lee run, she is boring as shit. She's just the
I
token
disagree.
girl. She's in the Stan Lee run. She's the token girl. She's fucking boring. That's my opinion.
I
Um,
respect that, but I do
Chris
disagree.
Claremont. Chris Claremont also agreed with me, and that's why he introduced her as like reinvented the character, made her a little bit more interesting, and then made her the Dark Phoenix and all that stuff, right? The Dark Phoenix, um, being like this powerful entity that possesses Jean Grey, which I want to talk about later. But she is arguably one of the most powerful people in the Marvel universe. Just like a very impressive telepath, and what would the noun be for telekinesis? Like a person who a telekinetic, I guess.
Yeah.
She's one of the more powerful mutants in the world, in the comic universe, anyway.
So the one you're seeing, Jim, like what you're familiar with, basically, is the Phoenix. She.
Yeah.
It seems that we are seeing her before. We're not, like, it's hard to say for sure, but probably we're seeing her before any of that.
Okay.
Well, here's my. I know this is a little bit derailing, but the memory of her and Sarah at the park when you're seeing it through Jean's eyes, right?
Mhm.
Now, this is me just being very hopeful and a nerd who wants to, read the tea leaves a little bit. So when Damage Control gets Sarah and Sarah like possesses Jean and she runs away. Everyone with me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. She turns back, and in the park, there you can catch it for like half a second. There's just this darkness like behind the trees that's like it looks like it's swallowing her memory. It's only like a half a frame, man, and I swear to God, I was like, that's a Phoenix Easter egg. I was like, it has to be. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm way too hopeful, but I
it could
swear I
be.
saw something. Yeah.
But either way, it's like it's not. It hasn't manifested in a way that's like obvious to this
No.
point. Like we may find out later it's different, but so for right now, for our purposes, like she's just she starts out as just a telepath. It seems like they unlock her telekinesis a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard to say if that's going to be permanent. I do like how they characterize her. At first, I wasn't sure about it just because she's so like she's portrayed as such a like down in the dumps kind of character, which is kind of not really what I like about her as a character. Obviously, the Phoenix that becomes more present, but I think in this case, in the way the movie sets up where she will be next, I think it's good.
I thought they were going to show a sign when she was on the bus, man, like Westchester, New York, or something.
I think that's probably too on the nose. I think people figure,
Yeah.
I mean, she's driving into like the woods, basically. So
Yeah.
you got to think she's going somewhere over there. But yeah, I mean, I think, I've seen people say stuff about like how, maybe how specifically there's the scene where the guy gets hit by the car and like how she's like does all these bad things, and it's like I never really felt like she crossed a line to being like a true irredeemable villain. Like she's very reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's reckless and she's a kid, and everything she does, like she actually, on the contrary, there are scenes where she could very easily kill people, and she specifically doesn't.
Right.
I think the one scene with the old man is like the best case that those people have, but even there, like you shouldn't just assume that guy's dead. I don't know. So I like how I this movie. I think they did a good job. I did know it was her pretty much immediately, and I didn't have it spoiled for me. So
no, the one thing that surprised me though was that she was being set up as the antagonist. I didn't predict that, really.
I didn't either, but I got it, and I kind of figured. I figured where they would be going with it, and I think they did a good job with it overall.
And more to your point, like she's not a true villain, like you said.
No.
She's a reckless little kid, but she does make a great case for like people who like setting up people who are like, these people are dangerous.
Right. And also I think that's why the movie works, because it's not a standard like hero villain setup. It's more of like a mystery kind of unraveling, and then you have the ending.
I got a little choked up.
Oh yeah,
with
at the ending.
Yeah, I think that was that ending, like I don't want to spoil it really, but if someone else wants to, well, fuck it. With
Yeah,
Aunt
I
May,
mean we're in spoilers. Yeah,
yeah,
Aunt May.
with Aunt May, that was written so well. I got a little
Yeah,
misty eyed.
and she performed really well. I mean, she's amazing. She stole the show in that one scene. She's in one scene
Yeah,
of the movie, and it's the best scene.
and the way they
Um,
teased it and then revisited it later, I thought was awesome.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I think, um, like as far as Jean Grey, I like how they portrayed her powers. Like she didn't feel overpowered too quickly, and I think visually they did a good job of um, just portraying her powers in not like a goofy way. You know, like they didn't do, um, I don't know, they didn't. You didn't need any visual. You know, I like
Like,
how it's
Yeah,
just acted physically.
like it was kind of scary her powers.
Yeah,
Um, but no, that Aunt May scene was very, very what's it called? Emotional.
Abner was
it was
crying.
really touching to see
I was not crying.
like Aunt May saving the day like after her death, and like it's very reminiscent of like how Peter, like in traditional stories, would carry on the "with great power comes great responsibility" thing. Like his his past, the people that he's lost, are like what drives his motivation. So for him to share that with another character,
yeah,
it just makes sense. It also reminds me of when he ran in. Like I won't tell too many like comic anecdotes, but when he ran into Emma Frost in the comics, who had like never really met him and just read his mind, and she was like, "Oh, you poor boy." Like when she sees like the Spider-Man origin story,
yeah.
I'll send like I'll send a graphic of that if you want to pop it up, maybe. But
Um,
yeah, no,
I
Spider-Man is always like impacting other people with his like other characters with his morality and his drive and what drives him. So it was good to actually see that in a movie.
yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like in the beginning, I think that scene, like, captures the spirit of the character in like a really beautiful way. Like he is taking the message that like he internalized so deeply, and like it is in this case literally passing it on. He's literally passing it on to somebody else, um, like in a constructive way. That's really beautiful. Um,
Yeah, like they always say in the comics, he's the best of us. That's what other heroes say. So
yeah.
it was nice to see that.
In the comics, I don't know if this is true. Isn't Mjolnir? Doesn't Mjolnir say it's not worthy of being held by him, or is that something else completely?
Probably. He's probably not. I don't know. I don't actually know.
Say it again.
The Thor's hammer, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Like, yeah, doesn't it think it's not worthy of being held by Peter Parker?
I mean, I'm sure there's something in there like that. I mean, there's a billion comic books, dude. I
I
know
thought
he's
you read
held
them
it
all.
before. No. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert,
I forget what
but
he.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, it's
To be honest, Mjolnir's kind of arbitrary. Like certain
yeah.
people can lift it and certain people can't, and it's not always really clear why. Like
Okay.
certain people can.
I think
It's
it's
like it's
because
whoever it feels like being lifted by, basically.
Spider-Man won't kill people, and I think that's why Mjolnir's like, eh.
That's
Sometimes it's like,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's so silly. It's like I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous.
Mjolnir is the antithesis of Batman. It's like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes you do just got to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the Thing has lifted Mjolnir before. So it's like it doesn't.
What did
Um,
you guys think of the Punisher?
I love him.
I I think he was okay. I don't know. I feel like the Punisher is usually like I know it's a Marvel movie, so I usually like the Punisher I usually have seen is like fucked up in the head.
Yeah,
Like
It's
so
okay to
bad.
bring. He's a darker character, but it's okay to bring him into like a
I
PG
agree.
13 setting.
Yeah, so that's what I thought too, and I was like, he was fine. Like I didn't mind the characterization because it is
I
like
al- I also think he brings like a different flavor to the movie that like is not usually in the Holland stuff. Like the Holland stuff is usually Tom Holland stuff. It's usually like a little bit more like I don't know. It's like there's like a childlike wonder to all of it, and like he's very dour and like I like how they bounce off of each other. I did watch the Punisher special not too long ago, and it struck me with that specifically how much that character was in need of like a
A little bit more
reset,
like, yeah.
like something
Dude,
fresh and new, and because he's been like I love the Bernthal portrayal, but like there is no evolution to that character at a certain point, and I
I think
think
the best
this
part of
brought
it,
that. I think this
yeah,
brought not just a new like fresh like outlook to the character, but like he evolved a little bit over the course of this movie, and I think that was really cool to see.
I think the best part of it, like the best part of it, like and of like his characterization in this was a genius move by the writers, being like, "You think this is a choice? Like you don't
Yeah,
think if I had people I'd love, I'd be spending every fucking minute with them, right?" He's like, "This is a sentence," and I was like, "That's like some of the
I did,
best."
I did really like
Yeah,
that part. So that's why I wasn't too like I wasn't too like I liked his portrayal and I liked that his character was evolving, so I wasn't like too mad. Usually like usually when a character has like a change and I'm like used to him in a certain way, it takes me a little bit, but like I was fine with this character. Like I actually liked how he evolved.
and he still got to curse a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
I also
him
think
at the
like
end killed me. Him at the end was the funniest part
oh
of the movie.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy when he
I also
catches a softball.
I also think in the fight with the Hulk, like like that scene. First of all, Spider-Man fighting the Hulk in a movie is like a huge deal, and then throwing the Punisher into that, I think it's just like that is just that's a big deal. Period. Doesn't matter how
Yeah,
you do it, but I think having him there, like, was so funny, and it made the fight more memorable. Like otherwise, I mean, the Spider-Man Hulk fight is kind of short. Like it's not real long. They kind of just punch each other. You know,
yeah. The best part
how
is
it ends
Frank's
is kind of
face.
memorable, but the most memorable part of the fight is when Punisher is there, and I think he. So I do think there's a lot of ways where that character was so like well. He was a great addition to the movie in a lot of ways.
Agreed.
Yeah.
His
And then yeah,
fucking
the Hulk
there's
was cool too. It's always cool to see the Hulk.
dude. This was like the least character assassinated Hulk I've seen in Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, this was good, and it's like I just like I how they used everything, like with introducing him with Banner and like talking about the whatever the gene, what do they call it? Gene,
Like the genes therapy or whatever.
yeah, whatever
The
it
Yeah.
was,
inhibitor.
yeah,
There
yeah,
you
Yeah,
go.
inhibitor. That's what it is. Um, I just like that introduction, and like it did feel like I don't know. Banner can sometimes be all over the place depending on who's writing him. And you're right. I think this did feel like, oh my gosh, Bruce Banner from like the
he looked great.
Avengers.
Like the
Yeah.
Hulk itself looked
But yeah, the Hulk
awesome.
itself. Yeah.
But like even at the end, like you even get like this is like it was still kind of like an emotional, impactful story for the Hulk at the end, like in a lesser way where he's in the ambulance. He's like, "Did I hurt anybody? Was
Yeah.
it just me?" Like getting back to the roots of like he's literally just a green werewolf. Like at the end of the day, is the
Yeah.
character inspiration.
Yeah.
And so it was nice to see that a little bit. Like, oh shit, like I fucked up. Like, and his remorse for being the Hulk. I
what
don't
did you
know.
guys think of Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, like her
I
portrayal?
thought she did a great fucking job. Like, I really don't have a whole lot of complaints, like performance wise in this movie. Even like stronger people or like less strong actors, like Zendaya, I thought did a great job in this too.
I agree. I think Sadie Sink is a good actor. Like I said, I mean, this characterization of Jean is not one that I'm like, I didn't look at her like how she acted and be like, oh, that's Jean Grey. But again, she's a kid. Like she may
Yeah.
evolve into a more comic,
Yeah,
like
Accurate
and I
one.
think I
reminiscent.
think it's okay to remix it if you do it in an interesting way that stays true
I
to the
agree.
spirit of the character. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Sarah Gray is in the comics at all.
No.
Like I couldn't recall, and I've read a decent amount of X-Men.
I think she's
Like,
only in it a little bit, and it's only to because like it's another kid with the same powers, but it's just to highlight
I thought it
how
was a great
powerful
origin
Jean is.
story. Yeah.
How powerful
Yeah.
Jean is.
In the comics, her origin is like her neighbor dies or something, and it somehow unlocks her powers. I think uh, this is more interesting in some ways. You know, I mean, I think
so
and
too.
having Spider-Man be like such a big part of it, I think that's cool. I don't know. I think it's a cool way to use the characters that you have available to. But yeah, again, like she's a character that can evolve. So like I like her in this movie, and I'm excited to see her going forward because I do think she's a good actor.
I do want to talk about not to derail it, but some of the shots in this movie that look like comic panels. Specifically, my favorite one, which wasn't really one that people were talking about online because it wasn't, in the teasers or anything, is when Frank walks into the hospital with Peter in his arms, which is, I believe, from the first Civil War comic series. So like 2007-ish, right? Like I love that panel. I have like I'm showing my nerd a little bit, but I have like an album in my phone of like here are my favorite comic panels, and that's in there.
Yeah.
But then you also get like I don't know, like it's not the panels themselves or the shots themselves that look like panels that's special. It's just like they cared enough to do that.
Yeah. This
Like-
movie felt like they weren't afraid. They weren't shying away from the fact that this is based on a comic book. Like to the
Yeah.
point where this actually felt to me this felt distinctly like a Stan Lee era Spider-Man
Yes.
comic.
Yeah. Except I mean like even like and I love the Stan Lee Ditko comics, like for Spider-Man specifically, because it's like the early ones, it's just Archie. It really is,
Yeah.
right? And you even get a little bit of that in this with like the melodrama and the with Mary Jane and Ned and all that. Like not to the same degree, but it is there.
Right.
So they just cared about the source material. I don't know. I always love that. We've come a long way from Bryan Singer banning comic books on set of the
dude,
X-Men
oh my
movies.
god. Let's never mention him ever again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, speaking of him, I wonder how Logan's gonna react to Sadie Sink. Like 44
I don't want to think about that.
like Hugh Jackman is gonna be like, you're just like my Jean Grey.
Yeah, I'm like in the greater sense of things, I'm very interested to see how they bring in the X-Men and like if they're gonna be recast and I've seen rumors. I've seen rumors of them being recast, but like I'm very interested to see how it's gonna be incorporated into the larger MCU.
Yeah, they're definitely getting recast.
I know they got Emma Snow or
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost. I keep doing that.
Yes, Samara Weaving, which I think could be very good casting.
Yeah, I agree.
If done right. It'll be a far cry from January Jones.
Yeah.
And I love Emma Frost. New Mutants, that movie that came out. I was watching it the other. It was pretty bad, actually. Not gonna lie, but
yeah,
some of the actors were pretty. Some of the actors were pretty good in their roles. It was just the movie itself was just horrible.
Yeah, that movie was supposed to be something else, and then it got shelved for like 4 years. Just got released. Like, I think it might have even been released on streaming. But yeah, that was notoriously something they were just trying to dump.
I do want to talk about how I sat for 15 minutes watching credits just for that stupid piece of shit.
Oh my god, dude, that shit kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like
it didn't bother me.
I did like it. I liked it, but I was like, that's it. That's all I liked. Speaking of that, if it's okay if I talk about like the MCU as a whole.
Yeah.
Can we before we get there, can we just hit a couple more? So like before I do want to talk about the MJ Ned stuff as well, but like real quick, like I do think the other thing I've seen people talking about is they're kind of pointing out as Florence Pugh as like the one cameo that like they could have done without. But I kind of disagree. I think it's like a very good usage of her character, and it's a very memorable scene. And I don't think it takes away from the movie at all. I think it adds a lot to it. Her scene's hilarious, and then when they bring her back later, it's like a full circle. It's like, oh, this kind of works. What did you
And
guys
also,
think of that?
We've
I
seen each
liked
other's
it.
belly buttons.
I liked it
Yeah.
because it kind of still gives them the connection to the Avengers because nobody like how most of the Avengers know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
So
And
I
you
liked it.
know if she wasn't in this, everyone would tweet like, "Oh, but where are the Avengers during this?" Like, now
Yeah.
they can't do that.
Yeah, but
People,
I liked it, and it makes sense why she's in it. They are in New York, and she's
Yeah.
like it.
people
I
gonna
didn't
find
know.
something to complain about, regardless.
People were complaining about how he had money and how he was able to afford an apartment, which was like
Yeah.
in a laundry shack, and I'm like, does
They
that
don't
really
really set.
matter?
They don't really set up his income, so I just choose to believe he's selling photos of Spider-Man to the Daily Bugle. Like I just like I'm like they don't explicitly say that. That's
I
my
think
headcanon.
my feeling is like I think Tony Stark just left him a bunch of money.
That's probably true too.
But
I like mine better.
yeah,
I'm
so I
Jacoby.
like her in it. I think if there's one flaw I'd have with the movie, it's not even a flaw. It's like it's actually something I like about it. Is this movie feels really long, and I kind of like that. It's because it's stuffed with shit,
I said the same
tons of
thing.
shit, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I just want to live in this world for a while. It's very much gives you that. So, I do like that.
What did we
Um,
think of his mutating genes?
it's all right. I mean, I would say it's probably like it's the most exposition heavy part of the movie, and it's like the most like we've kind of seen something similar. It's a little different with Spider-Man 2. So I would say like kind of it's the weakest part of the movie, but it's so necessary to like how he evolves and everything that
Yeah,
happens that it's like
Yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna.
happy to watch all that, you
it
know.
did provide the biggest red herring for me. I think. Um,
What's that?
Well, like with especially with these kinds of movies, like you see so much stuff on the internet, and then eventually you start to buy into some of them because you're hopeful. Where people were like, "Oh, Charlie Cox is pretending he's not in Brand New Day," and
Mhm.
when he stepped out onto the roof to like test out his inhibitor, and like he started getting really overwhelmed, like sensory input. I was like, "Oh, okay, this is where he goes to Daredevil, and he teaches him how to filter all that shit out." Like his heightened senses, but it never happened, and it didn't need to happen. But I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, I was still a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Not disappointed
I
like it was a
liked it.
flaw, but I like Daredevil.
I like the evolution part because narratively speaking, he would have to get stronger to face stronger enemies. So I did like that too. Like he's
And that
not the
fight
same
scene where
beat.
he accepts it is just
Yeah,
so cool.
like he needs to be stronger. Like the enemy they're gonna face now as a whole is stronger than Thanos. So it's like can't be the same old Spider-Man using gadgets to shoot webs. At least that's what I think. But
Yeah, I like a return to form of like, I mean, this was like obviously not small potatoes, but still somehow street level,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
like
it
that.
doesn't quite reach like laser beam in the sky and I am a lizard and I'm going to make the whole city lizards, like that kind of thing. So I think it's a little bit better,
I'm
better
not
than
gonna.
that.
I
More
It
interesting.
honestly, it's on par with the Green Goblin if you think about it. All he was doing was
Yeah.
dropping kids from fucking bridges.
Yeah. And then the other thing I guess to talk about is the MJ Ned stuff. I think I mean that's my favorite part of the movie.
It's the heart of
And
the movie.
to me, the best part of all these Holland movies are that trio. Like all their storylines and scenes together are always the best parts. But in this, it feels like the story revolves around them in a way that wasn't really the case in the home trilogy, at least to the extent it is in this one.
What'd you think of
Um,
the very end with Ned?
So I really like that. I really want to talk about it. I want to know. I have an idea on that I don't think any of you guys are gonna say. So I wanted to hear what you guys think about. Like Jim, what do you feel about that?
I
That
think
ending?
he I'm gonna say actually that he just I don't think he I don't think he when he says
You just
like
stole
Peter.
you stole my shit. Oh my
Oh,
god!
okay.
I said I said
Oh.
he's gonna say that. but then you said it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the spell isn't broken and he just doesn't know. Like he didn't unlock
Muscle
his
memory.
memories again. But yeah, he just like he figured out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think if they're smart, that's what it will be.
Yeah. Well,
But the
because
counterpoint.
if Ned just knows, I'm sorry, Robbie, I do want to get this
Go
out.
ahead.
I apologize.
Go
If
ahead.
Ned just knows, that really undermines the whole "I don't love you" thing with MJ a little bit.
See, I don't think it does. So, like, I could go either way. I like both ideas. And here's why I like both ideas. I think the way it works and the counterpoint to what I'm thinking, where it's just he knows Spider-Man's name is Peter now. He told him his name's Peter Parker, and he put those dots together. The counterpoint to that is the scene where their minds are taken over by Jean Grey. Zendaya is crying. You know, you don't see the other characters being taken over by Jean Grey crying.
Right.
Could something be happening there? The idea that I have is, and I've heard other people say this, it's not like unique to me, but it was my first impression of the movie. Is when she was in their minds, she unlocked something that gave them the ability to remember. And in Zendaya's case, it kind of seemed like she remembered right away. Ned needed the handshake, and then he remembered. So, like, I could, and that doesn't defeat earlier, because earlier maybe Jean Grey wasn't like in her mind in that way. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't shove things around in the way to unlock those memories.
Also,
I
she
will
wasn't
say,
as powerful. She wasn't as
the
powerful
worst
earlier,
thing,
too.
True.
the
Yeah,
worst thing
and she wasn't
Jean
as
did,
powerful.
the most evil thing Jean did in this movie was do that thing with MJ on the roof
Yeah,
where she
that was
Mysterio'd him.
that.
You're a sucker, Pete.
That was such a great scene, because you know for a fact in those other three movies, if this were a John Watts movie, I'm not hating on John Watts, but I'm just saying, like, if this were one of those movies, it absolutely would have went down like that, and there wouldn't have been the twist
No.
of like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Jean Grey. Like, she would have just remembered. So I do like that, and I think it caught me a little bit. I didn't
caught me a little
know.
bit too.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know
was
that
like,
was gonna
something's
happen.
definitely up, but I couldn't tell you what.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really like that scene. I just like everything with them. They have the best scenes, and then when I love the whole Ned's obsessed with Spider-Man, and then his suspects are Flash, and then their teacher, who's Martin Starr. I forget the character's name. That was really funny. And then the whole MJ as a boyfriend thing, you know, just great storytelling, man. Just great storytelling. I really love this movie.
So. I do too. I thought it was excellent. I'm sorry that I'm yapping so much, but I
you're good.
fucking loved it.
I think that's pretty much. I mean, if we,
can I go into Doomsday a little bit?
Yeah.
So Spider-Man obviously is going to be in Doomsday. It's heavily rumored that the other Spider-Men are as well.
Whoa.
And obviously we have the X-Men cast joining Doomsday. But I don't know another space I'll get to say this. Doctor Doom is my favorite comic book villain. I think like him and Magneto really are the only choices for Marvel. I can't wait to go watch this movie fail.
What?
Maybe I'm alone in that.
What do you mean?
I don't think Doomsday is going to be good at all.
I don't really know.
Like it could be amazing, but I just have slim hopes for it.
What makes you feel that way?
Honestly, like the last 3 MCU movies have been pretty decent, right? Am I counting that right?
Yeah.
What were the
Thunderbolts,
last 3? It was
Fantastic
Thunderbolts.
Four.
Yeah. And then
I
this
mean,
one.
and even like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which kind of kicked this off, like this
I
part
like
of
that movie.
It's fucking great. I just don't know how well they'll be able to pull off a large ensemble cast movie like this, like the same way they did with Infinity War. And just like the weird casting choices, and I don't know. And is it the Russo brothers? Am I correct
What
in
do you
that?
mean? What do you mean by the
Yeah,
weird casting choices?
I'm still like not a big defender of Robert Downey Jr. as
Uh,
Doctor Doom. I think it's kind of weird,
No,
and
I'm
like
okay with it.
maybe I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong, and I'll
See,
openly admit if I was
he wouldn't be my first choice, but it makes sense just because one, he's older. He's gonna have like he's gonna look different. He has makeup on. He doesn't have the like Tony Stark beard, the
And he's not a
hair.
bad
Like
actor.
and
He's not a bad
he's doing an
actor.
accent. Plus, his face is gonna be covered for most of the movie. So it's like I just don't think it's as big a deal as people are making it. I think
Maybe.
he
I will
won't
give him this. In the
recognize.
teaser trailer, I fucking loved the voice that he was doing. I thought it was
Yeah.
awesome. Um, and the teaser trailer did honestly look pretty good. I hope I'm wrong. I just don't think it's gonna be great. Like I don't, and I want it to be great.
I do too.
I don't
Maybe
really know. I think it could be
neither do
bad. It
I.
could be good.
Maybe I'm
I
like
don't think it'll.
anticipating it being bad to like spare my feelings of
Yeah.
disappointment if it is bad, but
I don't really care either way. I think it's more likely that it'll be fine than anything.
I'm
I don't
just
think
I
it'll
hope
be a
so.
great movie. I think it'll be probably fine.
I think it's very ambitious.
definitely.
But like if neither of you have been to this new apartment of mine, but like I have a picture of Doctor Doom on my wall. Like I want to
Mm,
root for it, but
yeah.
I'm too scared to get my hopes high.
I'm just happy that Shang-Chi is going to be in there. So, is that
I
I saw that movie. Has he been in anything else?
no,
not really.
Dude.
there was supposed to be a second Shang-Chi, but they cut it, or they're gonna
Because
do it later.
because the director's doing this,
Ah.
and
Yeah.
we're lucky he did.
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's supposed to be a lot
we're
of things.
lucky
There's
he
supposed to be a
did.
Blade movie that never happened
Damn.
and
Yeah,
never
The
will
director
happen.
for Spider-Man was Shang-Chi's director.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he was
That's why
doing
the movie was
Shang-Chi and
good.
they moved him over because this is a little bit more important of a character.
Actually, that
You
does
know.
make the Deadpool 3 joke a lot funnier. There's only one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade. He was right.
We didn't talk
Yeah,
about Punisher shooting Spider-Man, but did we? Maybe we did.
No,
I thought that
we
We
did
was
not.
did,
we didn't talk
but
about it, but it wasn't like I didn't think it was a bad idea on what Punisher did because he was trying to, for
yeah.
all intents and purposes, get to Jean Grey because she had half the city in lockdown, and
it
it's like,
Again, it
what do you want me
does.
showcases
to
It
it
absolutely
showcases both
does
their
make
characters.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It showcases
like? It,
Peter's character and it showcases Punisher's character.
yeah, because
Like a lot.
Punisher's always like, listen, if I have to, I'll do it, and then Peter's like a hero, and he's like, no, we can't kill people, like that's not me.
It
But
does.
no,
It definitely makes sense for Punisher's point of view, but like as a viewer, it is so frustrating because you're like,
Yeah.
you're gonna fuck this up just like you fucked Hulk shit.
It's a
Um,
it's a very Punisher solution to a very Spider-Man problem.
yeah,
Yes, there you go. That's
definitely.
perfect.
I do like their dynamic in the movie too. Like I like that whole dynamic they had, him and
Yeah.
May.
Especially when he was in the car
I
and he
like
just
his
yoinks
in
his gun and he just
yeah,
grabs
I like
another
the
gun.
Punisher and MJ dynamic was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
That
was.
was funny.
So is Zendaya gonna be in more movies, or are they gonna introduce a new love interest for Spider-Man? Like,
It depends
Nah.
on how you interpret that ending. I would say. I think she could if if she will never get her memory back and it's just cooked. I think she could be a reoccurring character that maybe like is his end game love interest for when he rides off into the sunset. Um, or if you interpret it as like she's getting her memory back a little bit, like I said with the Jean Grey stuff, I think she'll be in every single until they move on to Miles Morales.
Yeah, but after how well this movie has been doing, Tom Holland is going to be Spider-Man for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah.
Nah,
He
I
said
think he has two more.
he
Two
said
more.
he's trying to be Spider-Man until he's 37.
Yeah, so two more.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, not the Russos. Kevin Feige was like, "Yeah, I could write 5 of these, so we'll see how many he actually, or I could plan 5 of these."
Hmm.
yeah, I guess I was hoping they would introduce Black Cat just because That's just for me.
That would be an interesting casting choice.
I never really liked Black Cat. She's just Catwoman, but Spider-Man. I don't really like it. She's boring to me.
Anne Hathaway in like a planned like Sony sequel. I don't remember if it was Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield was supposed to play Black Cat.
That's dumb.
This was before Catwoman was it like she was
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I guess it must have been Tobey Maguire in like a failed Spider-Man 4.
I do think after this movie, if they didn't make like if they don't make Spider-Man like the focus or like one of the main character of Secret Wars, they're doing themselves a disservice, I would say.
Yeah, I think I agree with
he's-
you. I think he should be like the main Marvel, the
Mhm.
MCU
Yeah.
character. I got it like with the last MCU, it was Tony Parker. Not holy
Tony
shit.
Parker.
Tony
You're
Oh my
on
God.
one. You're on one today. Oh, what
My
did Jimmy
bad.
say? Fucking Chucky. With
Curly
the,
Baker?
with the obsession guy, Curly Baker. Yeah, Curly Baker.
Oh, here's
I meant
something
to say
interesting I
Tony
wanted
Stark.
to bring up. Do you
Go
think
ahead.
the Hulk, not Bruce Banner, the Hulk remembers who Spider-Man is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they
I do too.
isn't there like some comic thing that was like that?
Probably.
Like there was something in the comics, I think, where like they do. I don't know. I just remember that Hulk specifically says like, "Oh, I remember you."
I think there is something like that. Yeah, I think
But
it.
why?
I think
Why
I
it's
forget
wouldn't it
why.
affect him?
Because I don't know. I guess you could say it's like when he was being Bruce Banner, and it's like a different mind.
because comics.
Yeah, like he wiped his mind, but not the Hulk's mind, or the Hulk is just kind of above.
You're right. No, you're right.
Magic.
Yeah, this movie franchise is a talking raccoon. So I mean, the Hulk remember it.
And a
It's
tree
not,
and
it's not a big deal. I don't know why I'm like pressed about it.
polka dot man and
I was on Twitter and people were saying that before the MCU got kicked off, that the big three for Marvel were Hulk, Wolverine, and Spider-Man. And like people were arguing about it, and I always thought that too. But I was a
It is
comic book
true.
guy. But I was a
Anybody
comic
that
book guy,
argues
so I
with
knew
that is
that.
just not. Anybody that argues with that is just not living in reality.
Who
I
are
thought
your
it was
Who are
I
your
thought it was
personal top 3?
well, my personal top three. I always had the X-Men in there. I'd like all of
Yeah,
them.
same.
I didn't
No. Like individual characters.
individuals. So Spider-Man, obviously. I always love Cyclops because I like his power.
Fucking
Yeah.
great answers.
And this villain, I like Magneto. But
He
that's my
just
top
fucking
three.
read mine off, bro. But
Shit.
not including villains, I would say probably. I mean, personally, it would be Deadpool, but I just love Deadpool. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got
If I
great
go
comics.
heroes, it's Cyclops, Spider-Man, and this is really because Nick Cage played him, and it's really the only reason I
Ghost
have him in
Rider.
there.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, just because he played him. That's the only reason.
I like
mean, even-
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's a great answer too. I think
Yeah,
Nightcrawler,
cool.
yeah.
I like Angel.
less great of an answer, but still good.
Yeah, that's not a great answer at all. It's actually a truly terrible answer.
I
I'll be
like
honest with you.
Gambit.
Good answer. Amazing.
Oh, I gotta make a name for myself here.
You can name any X-Men, and it's probably
Yeah.
a good answer.
Before
Like,
Nick Cage, it was Iceman.
Oh yeah, that's a good character.
I
Who's like their
unironically-
speedster? Quicksilver.
yeah, he
Yeah.
Quicksilver,
sucks.
yeah. I
He said
unironically am
Storm.
like a giant fan of Kitty Pryde in the comics.
Mm.
Is she my favorite X-Men? I don't know.
My favorite X-Men are Nightcrawler and Colossus and Cyclops.
Nightcrawler is probably my favorite, other than Kitty Pryde. If Chris Claremont's writing him, Wolverine's pretty good. If anyone else is writing him, you can fuck right off.
Dude, somebody on TikTok was making fun of Wolverine, saying if you're a mutant, if I was a mutant, I wouldn't go to that school because Wolverine is just around, and I don't want to be around.
Yeah, here's the face of the mutant movement. Everybody, a short, stinky serial killer with knives for hands.
That's so funny, man. Like that people
But
are
nah,
really.
you know what? Daredevil is definitely up there
Oh,
for me.
Daredevil, by the way.
I
Yeah.
love Daredevil. His storylines get really circular, but I still love him. Spider-Man, and mm, might be a weird answer, but Reed Richards.
Hmm.
Reed Richards. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm always optimistic for the MCU until Doomsday, but like I'll still go see them and I'll still find something to enjoy about them at the end of the day. They're superhero movies. You don't have to fucking think too hard.
Yeah. And
You
That's
can
true.
you can ask and want a good quality movie, but
yeah.
they're supposed to be fun.
Some blockbusters, baby.
Do we want to
Yeah. Let's hop into the ratings. Abner, go first as our guest.
Honestly, this was a great movie. I'd give it like a 4.8 out of 5.
Whoa.
Four
We only
point
do
eight. What the fuck do you
Yeah.
we
think
only
this
do
is?
half stars, buddy.
What
All
the
right.
fuck
Get
do
out
you
of here,
think
Dave
this is?
Meltzer.
Four
You've
point
been on the
eight.
pod before.
What the hell is a 4.8?
You guys got
Computer!
rage baited. Oh, rage baited, rage baited, rage baited.
This
No,
isn't
I'm
your
kidding. It's
first
like
time here.
I literally just said I tried to rage bait you guys. Relax.
No, I'm baited. It worked.
I'd
It
give it a
worked. I'm
4.5.
rage baited.
I'll give it like a 4. Like, do you guys do 4.5? Like, is that something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it 4.5. Thought I would get Jimmy with that the most, honestly.
I would probably also give it a 4.5. I really want to talk myself into 5 because I really do love this movie, and I think when I'm able to, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to watch it probably every day for like a year. So maybe I'll talk myself into that one day, but 4.5. I just really love this movie utilizes the MCU the best. I think my favorite part of the last No Way Home was Doctor Strange, actually even more than the two other Spideys. And I think this kind of took what I liked about that character's usage in the story, and kind of made this whole movie that. It uses them all in a way that feels fitting and natural, and nothing feels forced. It all feels like just like he's living in a world like a larger world that is really colorful and full of personality, and it's just fun. It's just a fun movie to watch. It's a fun movie to live in for 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever it is, and yeah, I really, really, really like it, and I think the characterization of Peter is very good.
You've echoed my sentiments perfectly, Rob. So I'm just gonna fucking tack on a ditto. But no, honestly, because I've been saying the same thing, where it's like it's a 4.5 for me. Could it be a 5? Yes. Am I going to purchase this when I'm able to, like on physical media? Absolutely. Um, and yeah, I haven't enjoyed Spider-Man like this since I was 10. So
Yeah.
I just yeah, at 4.5 for now.
Good. I had a very fun time watching this movie. I got to go with all my friends, eat popcorn, and watch a good film. I'm gonna give it a 4. And that's it.
How dare you, you motherfucker? Do you hate happiness? No, I'm kidding.
What are, did J. Jonah Jameson pay you to fucking give it? Like,
I need you to negatively review this movie about Spider-Man. Just one other thing I'm going to tack on the end here. This movie had a budget of $225 million. Right now, Wikipedia is saying it made $942 million. I believe we were talking about it before the podcast started. It earned a record
300
for
million domestically in the opening weekend, which is a record.
Yeah, didn't top Endgame.
People love
though,
Spider-Man. People of all different backgrounds and ages love Spider-Man.
because anybody could be Spider-Man. Isn't
Okay,
that what Stan Lee said?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any last thoughts before we send her home?
Would have watched it in IMAX probably.
Just real quick, I rewatched the Home trilogy, and I think Far From Home gets a bad rap. I think it's a fine movie. Homecoming's the best one. No Way Home is fun, but has issues. That's it. That's my recap.
I also watched them. I enjoy the hell out of all of them. Yeah, I also watched the Andrew Garfield, which probably the weakest of the 3 series, but still has some good moments and some good heart to it. And my Spider-Man is Toby.
What are we?
But
See, this movie, Tom Holland, for me, overtook everybody. I think
dude,
this is the most. He feels the most like the comic to me now.
Oh, dude, I'm not saying that. I agree with you on that point, but like, if I'm thinking about me enjoying Spider-Man as a little kid, it's the '90s show, and
Oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, no, I fucking love Spider-Man, and I love Spider-Man.
How about we like Spider-Man? Pointing
I
Spider-Man.
really
meme.
like
We're
Spider-Man.
all sitting here pointing, saying we like Spider-Man. So yeah, everybody, thank you for tapping in to the podcast here from the Real Pod Network. Check out some of the other episodes if you want to listen to more movie reviews. Some new, some old, some just really bad. So check that out. Check the link tree too. I'll give you all the other links to all the other Wacky Fun Jam. If you want to check out our letterboxes, our group letterbox for the pod, and individually, me, Robbie, and Christian for our thoughts on other various movies that we might not have reviewed. We're going to be joining you again with our regularly scheduled programming. I kind of forget what movie we're doing, but that's not the point.
Pick.
Yes, we're doing the Fast and the Furious, and for those of you that are, I don't know when this is coming out, but the 25th anniversary of Fast and the Furious is coming out on movie theaters August 21st, and I will be in there, and I will make Robbie go watch it with me.
I will go.
Even after we did the pod, I'm going to make you watch it again, but in the theater. Anywho, Abner, you get the last word. Take us away.
You kind of put me on the spot. Oh my god, I don't know what to say.
And done.
Welcome. This isn't your average movie podcast. We go where no man has gone before.
You know what I'm craving? A little perspective.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Say something, goddammit! You're on television! You're live to the whole world!
Join us as we review movies new and old. You're tuned into Lupo's Cinema Symposium.
Dove for a ball and got hurt.
Jimmy really did just get rage. You rage baited the shit out of him.
I am not angry at all. I'm not angry.
You're on like a 10-minute tangent.
I'm not on a tangent. I was waiting for everybody to be ready, and he just kept going.
Jimmy, this is why you shouldn't try at anything.
True.
So true.
You could have released this whole thing as just a short yap pod.
The roast
Short
of
form
me.
TikTok yap.